It's the Vikings going up against the Panthers. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. It's hard to believe this place first opened 20 years ago in 1996. Bank of America Stadium, that's where we're at in Charlotte, North Carolina. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go on the ground. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So second down, 3 yards to go now.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Throwing, Bradford. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Holding. Offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now Bradford on second down. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. On third down, Bradford. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Bradford now throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. Give them 11 on the gain there, and that leads to a Minnesota first down. Pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And, Charles, we get a look here at the key inactives, and I tell you what, a big list for being this early in the season.
If there's any silver lining at all, you're hoping you can get these guys back, and now you'll play well down the stretch with them. But what you're also hoping is that the guys who have to play for them, the next man up mentality kicks in, and those guys take care of business.
1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 11. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Bradford from the gun on 3rd down. This will be caught just inside the 10. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
Yes.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Kai Forbath on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. They go play action here on first down. He's got the second team All-Pro from a year ago, Greg Olsen. A good pickup there at 22. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get into football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Defense looking to hold serve one last time here on 3rd and 7. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4. And now out comes Minnesota. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Yeah, they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Too quick to the trigger that time. Neutral zone infraction, and that'll cost him 5 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Play action now. Bradford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaq Thompson in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Julius Peppers. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a fourth down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Back to the air, Newton on second down. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And the tight end Olsen, right side. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Throwing is Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
Second down now after the incompletion. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. On second down, they run with Stewart. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He's got time. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And now the passing game here in the second quarter is starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Have they come up with a nickname for just Jonathan Stewart? Remember when it was double trouble when he's running with D'Angelo Williams in Carolina? But boy, what a year he had in 2015.
Yeah, it was just 11 yards shy of 1,000, so close, but kind of stepped out of that shadow, didn't he?
Certainly did, and gave the Panthers a real identity running the ball. And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Second and 10, Newton again. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other.
Bradford now to throw on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Bradford to throw it. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs. Completes it over the middle to Floyd. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now Bradford on second down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Charles Johnson in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Throwing. Bradford. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Julius Peppers in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And the Vikings pick up the football.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Bradford. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Carolina getting set to take the field. Stewart is the lone setback. Here's Newton. And this is incomplete. The tight end, Ed Dixon, was the target. That'll bring up second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. On first down, it's Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Surveying the field, and they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. The former first-round pick, Dayton Jones. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, Newton. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. They're down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you pointed out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration. He decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
A second down throw for Bradford. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And now a first down following that long gain. Bradford now to throw on first down. Over the middle here to Rudolph. Seven yards to go on second down. Bradford again. Finding time. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on third down after that sack. Third and long for Bradford. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. 19 yards on the pickup. There, and now they'll have it first and goal. Now the offense lining up first and 10. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Bradford on first down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Throwing again. Bradford on 2nd and 10. He's got time. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And Forbath will put this one through. And never mind, Larry. These two teams apparently anxious to get back at it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On 1st and 10, Newton. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. He hits Stewart in the flat. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. So still in search of the 1st down after that last completion.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Newton on 1st down. Caught left side by Funchess. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Newton turns and hands to Stewart. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Not an ideal spot to be on 1st down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now,
yes,
my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Okay.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Greg Olsen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
And here comes Diggs. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. We get a look at the Panthers defense now. And they did well down near the goal line last time, forcing him to settle for a short field goal.
And in today's day and age, Settling for a field goal of that distance, it's amazing. You can get 3 points now, where it's going to give you only 1 point for the extra point, which will be a little bit longer. But they have to feel fantastic about only giving up 3 in that situation. It could have been so much worse.
Yeah, could have. Now can they carry that over? They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now Bradford on 2nd down. Surveying the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. There he goes right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Time running out here on the play clock. And some real confusion here. They won't even get to the line.
Delay of game, offense.
The play clock's running down. And big problems getting the play out, obviously. This will be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Play clock winding down. And they will not even get to the line here as we'll get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Now from the 30, it's a 47-yard extra point try. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
What is up, NFL Top 10? What am I looking for?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And he's back here in the struggle department in this one like he was a week ago. And, partner, I think you can pin some of this on that O-line, that room to run just not there.
You mentioned last week that it felt like the offensive line was getting beaten to the punch by the guys across the ball.
It was pretty evident, I thought.
I mean, they were off the ball fast, penetrating, getting into the offensive backfield, really spilling a lot of runs before they got started. So I thought your observation was spot on then, and you're right there again this week. Same thing is happening, not able to get started because they're not able to control the point of attack.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's got the first before he's pulled down at the 39-yard line. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1, you know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners, keep moving it, keep grinding clock.
And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Last week, as you get a look at some of the numbers, he just wasn't in the mix, almost like he was out of the game plan. We couldn't figure out why, but here, he's fully in the game plan.
I like what you just brought up, because when we asked the coaches about that, it was a little sheepish in there, wasn't it? That's when they admitted, yeah, we kind of neglected him last week. We've got to find ways to get him the football, scheme to get him open, because they know he's a big-time weapon, so they're going to have people out there to cover him. But sometimes you just have to do some things, show some different formations, get him isolated where he can be one-on-one. And in this game, they're getting that done.
Off the play fake, Bradford.
Super Mario.
Incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and forced an incompletion.
Throwing, Bradford. He's got time in the pocket. And he takes a shot on the
release.
This will be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leading the game, I'm going to show them this play, because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They will go for it. Now, no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Eric Kendricks coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. The Vikings now heading onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And on the ground they go with a running back. Spins past another.
My man.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage. But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Now Bradford. That's caught at the 3. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 6 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really...
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. And Forbath will put this one through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that's a big one there. It's his 3rd field goal of the game, and a 2-score lead's got to feel pretty good right about now.
And while they're not free and clear yet, you're right. Now this defense can go out knowing that it's going to take more than one big play to catch him.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Linval Joseph getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. 3rd and 2, Newton. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. They go play action here on first down. And this one's incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it's second down. So 2nd and 10 here. Second and 10. Newton again. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage. So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play.
7 minutes left.
They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
And out now come the Vikings. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points.
Now a hit, and the ball comes out. Bradford's lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from it. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9.
And look at this. They get the
Mike Adams.
It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
They need to block in the back. Offense.
Come on, CJ2.
Out of the gun, Newton to Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. So he makes the grab and the change move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
On first down, it's Newton. Oh,
He's
got
one Gio. One Gio. One Gio.
Touchdown.
Greg
Greg Olsen, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Panthers, they're just an extra point away now from taking the lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air. Because right now, we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is
That's a lose.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Bradford from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got room. And avoids the contact by sliding. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. A 1st down throw for Bradford.
Yes, sir.
Escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Charles Johnson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. 2nd down, Bradford. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the
KK.
Great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
I remember growing up playing basketball. My coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. Well, guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen, screen. This defense, the bench, everyone let them know what the play was, and that's why they were able to react and knock the ball away.
And the Vikings defense ready to head back out there now. And they gave up a touchdown last drive. You kind of need to hit the reset button after every touchdown given up, Charles.
I love that, and the way that you phrased it is perfect because from series to series, you can reset how the game is going to go. If you gave up a touchdown before, it doesn't mean you have to do it again. And if you made a great play before, you have to reset again anyway because they're going to attack. So I love the way you phrased it and put it out there. That's what they have to do in this series.
Not like when you're playing a video game. You can't hit the reset button here. Let's go.
No, you shouldn't anyway, that's for sure.
They'll try and grind some clock. It's Stewart. And he is. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now Newton. Looking for his running back, and he's got it.
That's a big time
first down yardage to the 35. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Now Stewart on 1st down.
You should have cut that one.
To about the 39 here. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They keep it on the ground again to Stewart.
That's hard.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, It's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And this one going to wrap up with Cam Newton going down to a knee. And Charles, I think...
No forensic evidence. And he later also admitted that the original reports and testimony that he had given was founded on nothing. And yet she is still convicted. Now, she was convicted, and it was an overwhelming jury. The pre-trial publicity was such that people in Middlesex County and people from the northern part of New Jersey believed then and believe now that she is guilty. The mere fact that she was in the car meant that she was guilty. And in fact, the instructions to the jury, because there was no evidence of her doing any shooting, the instructions to the jury was that if we find that she was present and supported the action of the people who did the shooting, she can be found guilty as a principal. And that is under the family murder rule.
Now, Angela Davis, I wanted to go to your own case years ago because it's coming up with a new film, Your Own History. I wanted to play a trailer to the new documentary Free Angela and All Political Prisoners.
So Angela Davis admitted that she is a member of the Communist Party. Everybody had a file on it.
Her first lecture drew 2,000 students. Angela's education is now being put into practice.
Angela Davis purchased 4 guns. Well, I think she's trying to overthrow our system of government, and she admits that. The actions of the FBI in apprehending Angela Davis are rather remarkable. Sorry. U.S. District Court judge set bail on $100,000.
We know that the movement to free all political prisoners is growing every day.
They've been hired into this with a deliberate provocation.
They wanted to break me. They wanted me to stop.
There was enormous feeling for Angela everywhere in the world. We know that she is innocent.
We want to tell that Pharaoh in Washington to let Angela Davis go free.
What they're doing to her is an exaggerated form of what happens every day to black people in this country.
What does it mean to be a criminal in society?
They're not going to kill her. They're not going to imprison her. We're going to free her. We're going to win her. You've been listening to an excerpt of a trailer, Free Angela and All Political Prisoners, that has just been finished. Quite an interesting film by Shola Lynch. Angela Davis, if you could share your own experience that you went through, it was right about the same time that Hassan Shakur was going through what she was.
Well, yes, it was. I found it really interesting that the FBI decided to focus quite specifically on black women. Because somehow they feared, it seems to me, that the movement would continue to grow and develop, particularly with the leadership and the involvement of black women. I was rendered a target, an ideological target, in the same way that Assata Shakur was called the mother hen of the Black Liberation Army. The way in which she was represented it became an invitation for racists and everyone who assented to the repressive behavior of the U.S. government to focus very specifically on her, to focus their hate, to focus vendettas on her. And I really find it surprising that when the grandchildren of those who were active in the late 60s and early 70s are becoming involved in similar movements today, there is this effort to again terrorize young people by representing such an important figure as Asaka